Now, for something you're going to see a little bit more of later on, it's the story of how a local artist is working with school children and Nottinghamshire knitters to remember the local pilgrims who made the long and tricky trip to America in 1620. The Mayflower ship carried the first English pilgrims to the New World, and artist Rachel Carter has family connections to those original immigrants.
I'm a Mayflower 400 artist, and so I'm classed as a Spirit of Mayflower artist by Mayflower 400. And I got really interested in the origin story that the people on the Mayflower, the pilgrims, actually came from the Midlands, which was something I was quite interested in portraying. But to create a sculpture about somebody's journey, I thought, how am I actually going to understand unless I do it myself? So last year I went off to the port of Liverpool and got on a cargo ship, and I crossed the Atlantic and tried to recreate that journey of the pilgrims as much as possible. The pilgrims actually travelled in a cargo ship themselves, so the Mayflower was designed to carry, I think, 180 casks of wine, so it was called a sweet ship. So by me going on a modern day cargo ship, it was as close as I could get to recreating that journey 400 years ago.
All right, don't go anywhere. We've got more news from around Notts in just a moment. And then we're going to be whisking you to Cresswell Crags to see a new art exhibition based on how people from Nottinghamshire changed America. This year marks 400 years since the Mayflower set sail from England to America. The vessel carried pilgrims to the New World, many of them from North Notts. Local artist Rachel Carter has been working with local school children and knitting groups to create the Spirit of the Mayflower exhibition. The exhibition will travel around the county, but it's currently on display at Cresswell Crags. Alice Scarf has more.
The Spirit of the Mayflower all started when Rachel was researching into her own family history, finding out that she was 82% Midlands. Her family lived where the pilgrims descended from, and she's been inspiring others to come forward with their family links. As part of the project, Rachel's worked with local school children and knitting groups to create the macrame knotting tree.
The project is looking at the Mayflower story, but with a focus on family ancestry and our shared roots. So the project was to go and work with some of the children from Redlands Primary. So I worked with around 60 children over 2 days, and they made the bark and the parts of the tree using the square knot technique. And then the second group was the Scrooby Knit and Natter. And so every Thursday during January I went up to Scrooby and worked with the lovely ladies there and taught them a very different macrame knot. They used the double half hitch to create the leaves.
The local school children loved getting involved and said the tree looks amazing.
When I'm doing art, I'm normally drawing and painting. I've never made knots before, and it's quite exciting to do it for the first time.
So we had to get one piece of rope and put it under the 2 lines, and then we had to get another and put it through the hole, and then we pulled it and it made a square knot.
What did you think to the tree this morning when you walked in and saw it?
It was amazing.
Why is that?
Because it's colourful and green's my favourite colour.
Inspire Culture, Learning and Libraries commissioned the travelling exhibition. They believe it's important for Notts people to know about the history of the Mayflower.
The outreach work, which was multi-generational, that Rachel undertook for it, was commissioned by Inspire Culture, Learning and Libraries, delivering for Nottinghamshire County Council. And it was to engage audience with this Nottinghamshire heritage story. We hope that through this exhibition and the ongoing cultural opportunities that we've got for you this year, that it'll encourage people to learn more about Mayflower 400 and also perhaps delve into their own family history.
The exhibition is currently at Cresswell Crags, and they say they are honoured to show such a key part of Notts history.
It's really great to have this exhibition here at Cresswell Crags. It's such an important part of local history, especially in relation to things like migration, which is one of the core elements of what we do here. You're here at Cresswell Crags, which the rock art that we have here was created by migrants, so it's only fitting that we should continue to tell that story.
The exhibition will be on tour around the county until September. Alice Scarf for Notts TV.
Next.